Sorry for the disturbance, but yeah, it will be helpful for some people. Yeah, so I was telling story of Lata Khare. So she was, when one day both of them, the husband and wife, came from their fields. So husband was complaining about having some pain and all. So she was not having much money and all. So they went to the government hospital there in their locality. So they went there and they went to the doctors and tried for various help. So then doctor told them that he's having some big infection and you must go to a big hospital in the city. You must go to a big hospital in the city. So she came back, both of them came back to their home, and she was very in so much of anxiety because they were not having any money. They were not having money even to go to the city. They were not having that much money that they can go by train or bus, something like that. They could not even afford that, what to speak about getting a treatment in the city hospital, because that was their situation. So what happened, that out of intense love for her husband, because he was in such a pain, and he, for the woman, for this lady Lata Khare, her husband was like more than anything else in the world. Like he was his life and soul. So she thought I would do everything for saving him. So she asked some of the relatives for some money, some of the neighbors, keeping aside her whole ego, prestige, and what people will say, because such a difficult situation has arisen. So she thought कि मैं जो भी हो सकता है मैं करने का प्रयास करती हूँ. I will try to do whatever best I can do from my side. So she got hold of some money she got uh, that way, and then they traveled to the big hospital in the city. So when they reached the hospital, because the hospital was quite big and they were having shabby clothes, matlab their clothes was quite underrated, or like they were not proper. People were looking at them, staring at them, that how these people have come here, like how can they afford the treatment here, seeing their clothes and all. So they were also very discomfortable, not comfortable at the situation कि कैसे हम deal करें. But taking some courage, because she has come to the hospital, she took the courage, went to the reception, and whatever money she got, she has to literally give everything at the reception only for just getting one time permission to meet the doctor appointment and all. So then doctor had the appointment, and then they did some test and all, and after that they told for further test and further expensive test and other things. So now literally no money was there. So she thought, now let us today go back again and then we will try to collect some money. And she was literally hopeless. She was, but because she has so much faith in God, she was just praying helplessly to God, that Krishna, she used to pray to Krishna only, that Krishna, please guide me so that I can like go beyond this situation. This particular difficult situation has come in my life. So please guide me so that how can I do best in this situation. That was her prayers to Krishna at that time. So then they came out of the hospital. They were not having any money to purchase food at the hospital canteen, which was quite costly also. So they went to a nearby samosa wala and then got some samosa for both of them. And she was just thinking that because my husband is in such a big problem, such big disease has come to him, she was not sure what is happening. So she was thinking it might be her last meal, it might be his last meal, and she was very much anxiety ridden and everything. So then a miracle happened actually, and this is something real life incidents. I was also literally shocked after hearing this, that how can this be something real. It is totally looks to be imaginary story, some story of a movie, but uh, when we have faith in God and when we are motivated enough to do something for our loved ones, really wonder can happen. So let us go ahead in the story. So what happened, the paper on which she got that samosa, on that one headline was written, prize money for marathon in a particular city. So there was some prize money told for a marathon which has to be run by her, or like there was a marathon being organized. And after seeing this just simple advertisement, there was some ray of hope in her eyes that I will do anything. And next day, or when the marathon day, people found an unusual lady, 65 years old lady, wearing sari and ready for going into taking part into a marathon. Most of the people were anticipating that she might be here to, like, for some of her son, daughter, or something like that, but she herself was the contestant that time. Everyone was shocked, looking at her in a different way, but for her it was just like life, just to save the life of his husband. It was the last chance, that way she was thinking. And literally it happened that she won that marathon and got the prize money and got treated his husband. And later, 2 years after that, consecutively also she won that marathon at the age of 65. And she literally ran very hard, that she was not having any proper shoes, etc. So there was blood coming out of her feet when the marathon was completed. She took the prize money, took some bandages for herself, and then went to the hospital and got his husband cure. And this is a real story actually. All of you can also search. I also searched literally after reading this story in one of the nice book. So this is really inspiring. This inspires that when we are positively motivated, when we are having some faith in God, and when we have faith in our like we want to do something selflessly for someone, there will always be support from God. And this is what the real relationships means actually. When we are selflessly there for other one, to help the other one or the other person in the needy situation. And also this is a story that when there are challenges, you can achieve more success. So there is a very nice quote by Gaur Gopal Prabhu. He says that no challenges, no success. And no challenges, KNOW, पहचानिए challenges को, and no success. When you have no challenges in your life, then there will be no success in your life. But when you face challenges, then the success will also come that way. So she faced these challenges and the success was also there for her that way. So for us also, this is a nice lesson to take in our life, that when challenges come in our life, when difficulties comes in our life, we don't take them as something unwanted. We take them as challenges and we try to do our best by praying to God, getting connected with God, getting connected with the wisdom of scriptures. Through the wisdom of scriptures, we can face any challenge in our life and we can go ahead, like we can try to do our best. And then the result, as we have discussed previously also, we don't know what wonder can happen in results like that. So this is a really inspiring story for me, that even in such difficult situation, such great wonders can happen. Okay, so let us move to our discussion. Okay, so this topic is something not very concise that hum sab kuch discuss kar sakte hain. This is very huge and we will try to focus on certain points today, and let us see if next time we can discuss the same theme, or like probably our senior will be taking next time, as I confirmed from him, but let us see how it will go. So this is something I want to discuss, जो मैं last time भी discuss कर रहा था. Before going ahead, I would like to ask, so does anyone remembers what are the three modes of nature? What are the three different modes of nature about which we have discussed in last session also?
I remember anger and greed. Third one I don't remember.
Okay, nice. Yeah, anyone else also remember? There were three modes. One I give the hint, that is mode of goodness. So this is the first one. Two others are also there. तो कोई बताना चाहेगा what are those two?
Prabhuji, ignorance and passion.
Yeah, thank you very much. Correct. So there are three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So why I'm talking about these modes when we are discussing a topic about relationship? Because as I've told last time also, actually what we do one activity, that activity impacts other activity also. So normally whatever we do in our daily life, one activity is connected to other activity. If we develop a habit of dealing badly with some person, then that habit is going to come into our nature and it is going to become our second nature, and we will do that same thing with every second person we meet. Actually, this is a kind of golden rule I have understood from this whole scriptures, that whatever things we imbibe in our habits, that habit is going to affect our daily life. Everything is connected that way. If you don't speak with one person nicely, with anger you speak to one person, then naturally it will become a habit that every second person you meet in the home, maybe in the office, you will become very much intolerant and you will speak in the same way. So overall, it is not very simple to develop goodness all the time, but I'm just telling for the principle's sake that this is something we can try to inculcate into our habits, that everything we do in this way, we take mode of goodness more into our habit, then all the other activities also are going to settle. So it is said that those who bleed in peace, those who sweat in peace, they don't bleed in war. So जब हमारे पास difficult situation नहीं है, अगर उसी समय हम अच्छे से practice कर रहे हैं चीजों का, like when things are going nice and we are also talking nicely to the people, so even then the difficult situation will come when things are not well. That time also our reaction will be good, given if we practice that all the time. So this is the simple formula which is given in the scriptures. So कैसे हम mode of goodness को कैसे बढ़ाएं, क्या समझें, what is mode of goodness? So उसके लिए just भगवत गीता से ही है ये. This is shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Many shlokas are there. So I have not put the shloka. I have just put a few things here, especially for us understanding. So what things comes into mode of goodness, like forgiveness is one quality, discipline, controlled mind, compassionate towards others, saintly, creative thinking, taking decision after thoughtfulness, simplicity. So all these things are there within the mode of goodness. And it is not possible that ki hum immediately 100% we come into the mode of goodness and that way. But I'm just telling these are the basic qualities which are favorable. So if we take this into our habit, then other things also are going to change in that way. So then comes the mode of passion, that is next. So mode of passion is like determined by these things, that someone is very proud, is greedy, is having a bossy tendency, wants to is an individual player. Something which does not works in corporates very nicely is that you are an individual player, you don't take others views, you just think that I am the best. So these kind of things also do not work very nicely in our corporate circle, or even whatever point of life, whatever point in our life we want to see. So mode of goodness is something which is very favorable for us to take correct decisions. And then comes the mode of ignorance, which is like something at the lower side of all these things. Like when a person is very lazy, he will not be able to take very good decisions most of the time. He is lazy, he's oversleeping. So all these things are something which comes in mode of ignorance. So we can see accordingly where we can improve or what we can change in our nature, and we can, spirituality helps us basically in that thing only, to come to mode of goodness and then even beyond. So just for the understanding purpose, so I have put one situation here to check the understanding of all of you, that कितने लोग अच्छे से समझे हैं कि what is mode of goodness, what is mode of passion and ignorance. So let us say there is 100 of people watching a movie sitting in a theater, and then there is suddenly some fire has come in the theater, and uh, the fire alarm is buzzing like anything, and everyone, there is so much of hodgepodge there. So let us try to understand how will a person in mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance will react to this situation. So yes, answers for mode of goodness first, or let us say for ignorance. How will a person in mode of ignorance will behave in this situation?
Maybe
Mode of
do not help, do not move, or do not help others to just get out as soon as possible, something like that.
yeah, correct. Thank you, Kiranji. Yes, a mode of ignorance means a person is very lazy, or like more than lazy, a person is distressed or depressed. He thinks that nothing can be done. Now everything is gone. Matlab, he will think in that way कि अभी तो सबका death आ गया है. Everyone, let us sit here. We can't do anything. Oh, what a terrible situation has come, and he will not do anything. Literally, he will not do anything. So yes, we have seen such persons, especially this is an extreme situation, but many situations similar to this comes when we see, like in office, some work has come, some issue has come, some difficult situation has come, and many people are there who will say, oh, nothing can be done now, let us just sit, and they will just think what to do, just will not talk to anyone, will not try to get any solution. So this is mode of ignorance. Now let us move into the mode of passion. So anyone would like to tell how would a person in mode of passion will behave in this situation? Mode of passion is characterized by anger, as we have seen, anger, pride, that way, anger, all these things. So any answers?
Probably we will try to find the answer.
Okay, somehow the voice is not coming very clearly. Okay, so one answer is coming to me from Shuryansh. The person may run just to save himself without even thinking of others. Yeah, this is something near to that. Correct. So any other inputs? कोई और बताना चाहेगा? Any other inputs for this? Yeah, person of in mode of ignorance is mostly concerned about himself only. So what he will do, he will try to rush to the gate without looking for other person. He will crush other person, he will put them aside, he will try to do whatever can be done just to take himself out safely. Whether other persons are getting hurt or he's creating trouble for others, he will push them even to the fire. He will not worry or bother about that. So that is the response of a person in mode of passion. So then now coming to the mode of goodness. So koi batana chahega what will be the response of a person in mode of goodness?
We try to find the fire extinguisher or some other treatment which can calm down the fire.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, thank you, Dikvijay. Yeah, he will immediately try to see whether there are some fire extinguisher there, if he knows that, and if he will try to contact the management, and he will try to calm down the audience and find a way where everyone can go through safely without creating a hustle bustle, so that everything can happen in a like nice way, that it does not create difficulty for many people. So he will try to do whatever best can be done in the call the, like he will call from the person fire extinguisher team, he will try to contact them through some emergency button there or something like that. He will try to do his best that the situation can be controlled. So from this we can see in our life, in every situation, this mode of goodness, passion and ignorance works. How we respond in a given situation, we can identify whether we acted out of ignorance, passion or goodness, and we can try to work upon that just for our betterment. This is some parameter we can try to see, and we will discuss in more depth when we go into Bhagavad Gita, what Bhagavad Gita has to say in depth about all these three modes. So this comes very handy when we talk about relationships, because relationships also similar situation arises. Like we will see what kind of situation can arise. So before going there, this is a very nice quote, that relationships follow the same principle as growing a plant. Constant care is required so that one day it blooms. There are no shortcuts. So you can see the small seedling is there, and for that to grow nicely, you have to put water every day, take care of it, so that even the high wind does not hurt it and it does not get uprooted in any way. Water also has to be put in proper quantity, and slowly it grows and it becomes stronger and stronger. Similarly, our relationships with people also develop in that way. Initially, our relationship with people is very tender. When the relationship is very tender or weak like this, and then we try to say some hurting words to other person, the person may not be able to take the blow. It will get totally uprooted, the relationship will get destroyed. But when the relationship is strong, when you have developed enough faith, like the relationship between the parents, children, or husband wife, when it is developed for nicely for long number of years, taking proper care of all the things, then that relationship is strong enough that small thing does not like the small things which comes will be test for that rather than hurting that. But when the relationship is very tender, initial phases, then we need to be very careful, especially like that. So this is one, because in this world now we think that everything is instant. Like the world today is the world of instance. Like we have 5G coming, 6G also coming, the data is so fast, we can do everything, we just click and everything comes up. Gone were the days when it used to buffer a lot for playing a video. Now we can do live Zoom meeting, so it is very nice. Technology is very nicely working, people are developing all the technologies nicely. But within this situation, what has happened, the tendency that everything works instantly has come into our minds, and that can create difficulty in some situation. Everything does not work instantly. When you develop a relationship, it does not work instantly that you can talk to a person in any particular way what you want. It may be hurting to other, it may not feel bad and may not feel good, and the relationship may break. And also other things also follow the same thing, that people are looking for things which are instant in nature, but that is not the nature of everything in this world. Some things follow the traditional way where it takes time to grow and develop, like that. So let us move ahead. So this is the pastime from Ramayana, all of us knows. When Lord Ramchandra, Lakshmana and Mother Sita, they have gone to forest. They were in then they were in the forest, and then one day what happened, Mother Sita, she saw a deer, which was a golden deer, every one of us knows. So the deer was very unique actually. All the other animals were also staying away from that deer, but it looked very attractive. And also just at this point I would like to clarify one other thing also. Many people say कि वो deer को क्यों पकड़ना चाहते थे, क्या वो deer को मारना चाहते थे या मारकर like they want to eat that, was that the reason? Actually this is not the reason. Mother Sita, she was very much caring for the animals from her childhood. She was like that, and she wanted to keep it as a pet. जो ये deer था, it was very beautiful, so she wanted to keep it as a pet animal with her during her loneliness in the forest, ki wo akele rehte hain, to spend some time and then go back to Ayodhya when the exile is completed, go back with this deer and present it to Mother Kaushalya, like that. This was her thought in that deer. So then this deer came, and Lakshmana, he was very sure, pretty sure, seeing that this deer is quite absurd looking, it is very beautiful than the normal looking deers. So he was already suspicious that this is not something correct, he is a demon in disguise. He was thinking that way. So he tried to tell to Lord Ramchandra also that please don't follow this is a demon. But Lord Ramchandra, he was also obliged. Her wife has come with along with her to the exile, और उन्होंने आज तक अभी तक कुछ मांगा नहीं है. She has not asked for anything. She is taking so much trouble, so much pain coming to the forest with his husband, and she was not obliged to do that, but she was very much caring about her husband, so she wanted to come, and now she's with them in the forest. So she has not asked for anything. They were living simply, they were not having any elegant foods to eat there, which used to be there in the kingdom. They were taking simple fruits and some roots, kandmul jinko bolte hain. They were taking very nice simple foods. So she was in such a situation that she was taking so much pain for the sake of his husband. So now husband is also obliged to do whatever the wife says. So Lord Ramchandra thought that let me try to follow whatever Sita wants. I will try to catch this deer. So Lord Ramchandra, he went after the deer, tried to catch him, but the deer, as all of us know, he was Marichi in disguise, and his mission was this only, to take Lakshman and Ramchandra away from Mother Sita so that Ravana can kidnap her. So this was the whole plan which was already being made. So now Ramchandra was running after him, and whenever Ramchandra was about to catch the deer used to jump and it used to get like disappear also. Majestically everything was happening.
Hare Krishna, I think there is some problem with the network of Prabhuji. He will just join back. Please wait.
Okay, sorry, so I got disconnected for a moment. So maybe Mataji, can you make me host again? I think Shikha Mataji, or maybe co-host, that would also be fine. Yeah, thank you. So sorry, it just does not allows you, even for a moment, if the network is gone, you are thrown out of the meeting. Okay. So I hope I was till what point of time you were able to hear? Mataji, can you confirm what was the last thing I spoke?
Lord Ram was going to catch a deer and deer was jumping.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so Lord Ramchandra was trying to catch the deer, and then it was jumping here and there. When he is about to just catch the deer is just majestically, it disappears from that place. So now Lord Ramchandra decided that now he cannot catch the deer alive. He has to kill him because he is a demon and he can create trouble. And there is some plan. He is Lord. He understood from initial only, but because it was the whole plan and all, just trying to take that point. So then he shot an arrow, and then when the arrow hit Marich or the deer, so then at that time he shouted very loudly, "Oh Sita, oh Lakshmana, please save me, please help me, Sita, Lakshmana." And he was crying, and he was making a voice similar exact to Lord Ramchandra, very loud voice, so that it can be heard by Lakshmana and Mother Sita. So now Lord Ram understood now that he's creating some trouble, and he also started running back, but he was at a very far away point. And then at the other point, when it was at the place where Sita and Lakshmana was there in the kutir, so at that point of time, so Mother Sita told Lakshman, please go, your brother is in some need of help, please go and help him. So Lakshmana, he knows that his brother is not some normal person. His brother is a lord only, and his brother has killed already so many demons. Unse pehle unhone, like, they have killed 10,000 demons, Khara and Dushan like they were the two brothers of Ravan only, Surpanakha basically we can say, and Ravan also. They came and they came with the army of 10,000 demons, और उनको अचानक ही like without much trouble or without much of endeavor, Lord Ramchandra single-handedly killed all of them without even a sweat came onto his, like a drop of sweat came onto his face like that. एक बूंद पसीना भी उनको नहीं आया. 10,000 राक्षसों को उन्होंने अकेले वध कर दिया that way. So Lakshmana knew that how powerful my brother is. And Sita also, Mother Sita also, she also knew how powerful my husband is. But because the emotions are like that, she was having a different relationship with Lord Ram. He is his husband also. So her affection got overpowered by her knowledge of how powerful Lord Ramchandra is. So she was overpowered by the emotions of losing Ram. That now Ram is in trouble. Now we should do whatever help we can do. Although she knew that Lord Ramchandra is very powerful, no one can create trouble for him, no one can harm him. But still, when voice is coming, how can you resist? When the voice of your like husband is coming that please help me, the wife will certainly be in trouble. That I want to help her, I want to help him. So with that mood, she told to Lakshman, please go and save your brother. So now Lakshman was perfect. He was like he was not overpowered by that emotion. He was having also emotions toward Lord Ram, but he knows more about the power of Lord Ram. So his emotions are that Lord Ramchandra will kill anyone. जो भी कोई होगा उसको वो अकेले देख लेंगे. He does not need my help. I am his younger brother. He is elder and he is having so much power. What can I help him? लेकिन फिर भी परिस्थिति इस तरह से वहां पर प्रकट हुई that Mother Sita, in order to create a situation for Lakshman that he should go, so much anger was coming into her. Anger means this is anger out of love. Not to misunderstand Mother Sita, this is anger just out of love. I hope all of you are understanding the point. What kind of emotion is that? So she told very, very harsh words to Lakshman at that point of time. Those words were like just sharp arrows which just pierced the heart of Lakshmana. She told that I know why you are not going, because you think that you want to enjoy me, and you have come into the forest with us for that reason only, that whenever the opportunity will come, you will get Lord Ram killed and you will try to enjoy me. So these were the words which were coming out of the mouth of Mother Sita, to whom Lakshmana has not ever looked at the face of Mother Sita also. It is being told in Valmiki Ramayana कि लक्ष्मण जी ने कभी मदर सीता का फेस भी नहीं देखा था. He used to just look down at her lotus feet. उनके चरण को सिर्फ वो देखते थे, क्योंकि वो कहते थे यही स्थान है. वो उनके चेहरे को कभी देखते भी नहीं थे. और वो रामचंद्र के लिए, भगवान रामचंद्र के लिए और मदर सीता के लिए इतना सेवा करने के लिए उनके भाव था कि वो उनको वहां पर रखने के लिए he did not slept for 14 years. He made that kutir. He did not eat anything also for 14 years just for their protection. And now these harsh words are coming from the someone who is, for whom he has given up his life. ऐसा है कि किसी के लिए आपने लाइफ ही सेक्रीफाइस कर दिया और वो लाइफ के अंत में कह रहा है कि आपने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं, इस तरह से. और उससे भी अधिक और उल्टा उन पर अपराध या आरोप लगाए जा रहे हैं that you want to take benefit of me and you want to become king. You don't want to fight, you are afraid. इस तरह से वहां पर शब्द कहे. लेकिन ये शब्द हम मदर सीता को भी मिसअंडरस्टैंड नहीं करना चाहिए that she said in a wrong way. It is out of intense emotion. जो इमोशन को like people can understand how that, what kind of emotions are they. So then at that point of time, Lakshmana did very amazing thing of his life. What he would have done, he would have said that, or what happened words, let me take to you that point also. तो लक्ष्मण जी ने अभी वो शब्द तो उनको बहुत हर्ट किए, लेकिन उन्होंने अपना पूरा धर्म, जो अपना responsibility था, he took care of that and he made Lakshman Rekha and all even which was being crossed by Ravana in the mysterious way. He asked Mother Sita to come ahead of that, and all of us knows that story. So then Lakshmana went where Lord Ramchandra was there. So Ramchandra was coming back running very heavily, and then he saw Lakshman, and then he chastised Lakshman also, that why you came here, why you left Sita alone. At that point of time Lakshman was in total distress, that कि ये पति पत्नी बहुत परेशान कर रहे हैं, उधर से पत्नी ने इतना परेशान करके भेजा मुझे कि आप अपने भाई को बचाइए, और यहाँ पे ये जो पति है ये कह रहा है कि क्यों छोड़ के आए, मुझे तो समझ ही नहीं आता इन दोनों का क्या करना चाहिए. But this thought did not came to his mind. This thought might come into our mind. अगर हम उस परिस्थिति में उनके जगह होते तो हम तो अलग ही तरह से react करते. But because Lakshman is such a person who is so much spiritual in nature and who has so much understanding and deep in the knowledge of scriptures, he understood the right point. He took correct decisions. He understood that Mother Sita is taking or talking to her in this way only because of the situation, only because this difficult situation has come. She did not mean that way. वो जो वो बोल रहे हैं, she does not really mean that. It is coming out of some emotions. So यही यहाँ पर हम lessons इससे देखते हैं. So I will ask one by one to speak one lessons. So I will speak the first. An accusation for him to face from someone whom he has dedicated his whole life in service to. So he faced such accusation from Mother Sita, and even from Ram also was not very happy why he left Mother Sita. Lord Ramchandra said that she said such things in emotion. Why did you got affected by her emotion? You should have stayed there. So Ramchandra did not took it very seriously कि उन्होंने जो कहा and all. So then next thing is that a moment of patience in moment of anger can save us 1,000 moments of regrets in the future. So this is difficult, and this will come when we have mode of goodness inculcated more and more like that way. जब हम easy situation में भी अच्छा reaction देंगे, तब हम मुश्किल situation में भी we can give a thoughtful decision. We can take a thoughtful decision. Like Lakshmana took a thoughtful decision. He did not said to Mother Sita, hell to you, go away, and I am going away. And he did not said to Lord Ramchandra that I am going to Ayodhya. Why? Why the point in staying here when both of you are just accusing me, and I'm here to give my life to you? I'm not taking even a single moment of sleep. I'm not taking food, and then also you are not happy with me. What should I do more? Now let me go back to Ayodhya and enjoy nicely. And this might have been the decision if Lakshmana was not having real love towards real love and real respect towards Bharat, towards Lord Ram and Mother Sita. So how can we avoid this situation? हम कैसे, जैसा लक्ष्मण जी ने बिहेव किया, हम कैसे कर सकते हैं ऐसा? उसके लिए यहाँ पर एक सिंपल फॉर्मूला दिया गया है, although simple in just speaking, difficult in application. When someone hurts us, we should try to look beyond the situation. We should not look only at that moment. तो लक्ष्मण जी ने ये नहीं देखा कि एक बार इस परिस्थिति में उन्होंने मेरे साथ कैसा व्यवहार किया है. लक्ष्मण जी ने देखा कि पूरे जीवन भर उन्होंने अभी तक मेरा जितना जीवन हुआ है उसमें मेरे साथ उनका कैसा व्यवहार है. The way they behave with me in so much love and care they have given to me. He tried to look at that point rather than looking at the single point when they have not done in the proper manner, and that too also circumstantially because of such difficult situation. So for us also, if we want to learn and want to go ahead in our relationships, then we have to learn this situation or learn this lesson of looking beyond the situation. We just not look at that particular situation when someone has not behaved properly. We look at the overall situation of a person, how he has been dealing with us throughout my life. So I say, just to give my personal life example, simple example, nothing big, that sometimes my mother is like You might have also experienced the similar thing with mother or children, something like that. Sometimes my mother, when she is like after traveling, she gets a lot of pain in her body, and that time she is not very happy and all. So at that time, for without any reason, she is very angry on me, like you cannot do this, you should have done this. जैसा वो डेली बिहेव नहीं करते हैं, वैसा उस समय वो बिहेव करते हैं, that you should have done, ऐसा नहीं कर रहे, you are doing wrong. But I understand now this is circumstantial. The other situation, like she loves me, I don't have any point in becoming angry and speaking to her that way. She's doing because of out of intense pain she is having in her body, she is not able to tolerate. So I just take that situation that way. So this is just simple example, not trying to like make myself go ahead, just to make a familiarity with the point. So similar situation may come in our life also, when someone is angry with us because of some situation. So we try to understand कि ये circumstantial है, ये एक उसका real nature नहीं है उस व्यक्ति का. He behaves in different ways with me, not every time he behaves or she behaves that way. So this is something very nice to learn. Then here it says that physical violence is inflicted with words. Words can leave invincible scar that can take years to heal. So it is being said that words are even more powerful than sword. So sword and words, they have the similar letters, and both of them have the power to hurt us a lot. So words भी अगर हम अपने लिए क्या देख सकते हैं कि we should not speak in a way which is going to hurt the other person. We should try to understand before speaking, and we can do that when we are in mode of like goodness, when we think before speaking. Then most of the time we will not speak something wrong for other person. Then another thing is there, love is when we have every reason to break but we don't. Like real love means difficult situation ko bhi face karte hue we go ahead. Love does not means that when things are going nice we are there, when things are not nice we tear apart. So that is not real love. That means it was just the relationship was very tender, it has not grown very strong. So here we can see the relationship between Lakshmana and Lord Ramchandra, Lakshmana and Mother Sita was very, very strong, like a very thick banyan tree, which cannot be uprooted by any of the storm in this world. So the next thing is words spoken in tension seldom reflect intention. So when the words are spoken in tension, they seldom reflect intention. The real intention was may not be there. It is just out of some tension, out of some anger, out of some frustration. They are not the real words. So we can ignore those things. Hurting words from the loved one often hurt us more than when they come from the antagonist. So if we are aware that this person is not my friend and he behaves with me in this way, we are ready to take harsh word from them. But when harsh words come from the one whom we least expect, then they hurt the most. So for ourselves, we can try not to speak any harsh words to others. And when someone speaks to us, we understand that it is out of circumstance. So separate the person from episode that way. Not look at the episode, look at the whole situation, why it has come and why how this person has behaved with me throughout the whole path of his journey or journey of the life. So next thing is, anyone can find dirt in someone, be the one that finds the gold. To find bad things in others is not a difficult task. So we should be trying to see the good in others rather than seeing the bad, like that. So like here the kids are teasing the other one. So try to find bad in others because of something or other. He is tall, he is small, he is black, he's white. All those things can be there to trouble others. But to find good in others, that takes some effort. And here is something, developing virtuous vision. So there are 5 levels, 5 type of person which exist. So we don't have time to discuss much stories here. So I will speak in next time. But there are 5 level of person which scriptures tells. First is the kind of person which see only bad and magnify it. कि वो किसी भी व्यक्ति में कुछ अच्छा ही देखते ही नहीं है, वो ऐसे कुछ भी लोग होते हैं जो किसी दूसरे में अच्छाई बिल्कुल लाइक उनको दिखाई नहीं देता है, they just see the bad whatever that other person is doing, he just or she just tries to find the worst in them कि ये कितने बुरे हैं, and just magnifies that कि इतना बड़ा कर दिया, इतना बेकार, he is that way. So this is the first level. Second level of person are there who knows that there is good in this person and there is bad, but they neglect the good. वो अच्छी चीजों के बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे कि ये व्यक्ति ने अच्छा क्या किया है, वो जस्ट फोकस करते हैं कि क्या बुरा है इसके अंदर. Third person, they see both good and bad and they are neutral to both of them. The fourth person, which is the ideal level for all of us, where we should be, we see the good in others, we see the bad in others, we choose to focus on the good and neglect the bad. And neglect the bad does not mean that we do not work upon that. Neglect the bad means we do not magnify that, we do not talk about that person only in that negative point of view. हमें किसी के अंदर अच्छाई भी दिख रही है, बुराई भी दिख रही है, we try to help them कि वो अपनी बुराई से ऊपर उठ सकें, and just try to focus. For us, we see that he's that way the good person. There are something there may be bad, but we just neglect that and we help that practically that person to go above that bad. Agle bar maybe we will discuss about all these things also in detail. And fifth person, which is very difficult to find in this world, and only those persons who are the real, who are the very enlightened persons, or who are the real devotees of Krishna, they can do that. Or the greatest devotees of Krishna, they can do that, that they see only the good in others and just magnify it. Whether whatever bad person may be there, he or they, these great personalities will be able to find the good in them and they will be able to magnify that good. So this is the highest level. But for us being practical at this point of time, what we can do, we can try to see the good in others and try to help them go above that bad, whatever bad is there. Don't focus on that bad point like that. Then our relationship will grow with the person. Otherwise, if we just talk about the bad of a person, then the relationship is not going to move ahead in positive direction. And the Bhagavad Gita, finally from Bhagavad Gita, I'm quoting again. So the Bhagavad Gita says that how this vision can be developed. So ये बहुत ही सुंदर एक श्लोक है. I will recite it and I will request someone to read the meaning. विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गविहस्तिनि सुनी चेवा स्वपाके चा पंडिता समदर्शिना. So maybe someone can read the translation. आप पढ़ेंगे आयुष? Maybe he will read.
जी Prabhu.
Yeah.
The humble sages by virtue of true knowledge see with equal vision a learned and gentle brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. Outlast.
Thank you. So you can see in this picture also, it describes very nicely that a devotee of Krishna or a real brahmana, यहाँ पर बताया गया विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे, a real sage who is having real knowledge, he will see a elephant, a brahmana, a cow, a dog, or a dog eater, or like a person who is not very much from the higher caste also, with equal vision. Equal vision means that he will understand that by nature everyone is connected with God and everyone is children of God, but it does not mean that he will behave similarly with everyone. ऐसा नहीं कि हम व्यवहार सबके साथ सेम कर सकते हैं, एक्सटर्नली हमें व्यवहार सबके साथ अलग करना पड़ेगा. जैसे कोई टाइगर है, उसके साथ हम वो व्यवहार नहीं कर सकते जो ह्यूमन बीइंग के साथ करेंगे, क्योंकि हम टाइगर से दोस्ती नहीं कर सकते. उससे दोस्ती करने जाएंगे, टाइगर विल ईट अस. So that is not practical. But we do understand that tiger is also a children of Krishna. Now he's into the tiger body, he's a soul, he's a spirit soul. Now he's into tiger's body because of some reasons, and that way we see them, we respect everyone, and we see the presence of super soul in the heart of everyone. So that is what Bhagavad Gita teaches us. So this is the vision of a real learned person. जो भगवत गीता में भगवान बताते हैं कि कौन एक रियल लर्नड पर्सन है, दैट ही इज नॉट हैविंग एनवी टुवर्ड्स एनीवन. बेसिकली अगर आप इस श्लोक के अगर डीपर मीनिंग में जाएंगे, सो वी विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट अ पर्सन इज नॉट हैविंग हेट्रेड, लाइक द इनेट हेट्रेड टुवर्ड्स एनीवन, कि किसी के प्रति ईर्ष्या नहीं है, वो हर व्यक्ति के साथ व्यवहार तो अलग करता है. He does not deals with everyone in an equal way. Like a person is there who is going to hurt me, I have to take precautions. I have to behave in a particular way. I have to call police also so that he can be taken to the jail and all. I will do all that way. But by nature, I understand that everyone is son of God or everyone is son of Krishna. So यहाँ पर इसी चीज को समझाने के लिए मैंने ये भी एक like we have given this that principle of forgiveness and social justice go hand in hand. By wisdom and introspection, we get to know how they are to be used. Like ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई व्यक्ति like someone is a terrorist and he is killing so many person, he should be forgiven. मतलब this does not this is not the teaching of scriptures. This is not the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Because Lord Ramchandra, he forgave, और like यहाँ पर अगर देख सकते हैं Lord Ramchandra, जैसे हमने last time देखा था, he forgave Mother Kekai. He did not have any bad feelings to other Mother Kekai, and here Lakshmana did not have any bad feeling towards Mother Sita or Lord Ramchandra, but they cut the nose of Surpanakha, who was having ill intentions. They killed the demons, they killed Ravana, and also similarly Mahabharata war was also being fought. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें हमेशा कि forgive ही करना है. We have to understand कि what is the cause of that, and for our personal interaction with persons in our family, person with whom our colleagues are there. So this principle goes well, forgiveness. But when taken at a social level, that someone is a murderer, so that person should not be forgiven because he can create trouble for others in any particular way. That is the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita does not teaches us to become coward person or to become a person that whatever will whatever is going to happen, I will forgive everyone. I will just sit by closing my palm and saying everyone thank you, please kill me, or like that way. This is not the point we are going to like understand or trying to share from here. The point is that in our practical dealings with our family members, with our friends, with our like husbands, wives, etc., children, that way. Okay, so thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So I will stop the recording and then move back to any question if there are any. So this is what some basic principle of forgiveness and looking good in another person by the principles of Bhagavad Gita we have tried to discuss. And if there is any question, you are welcome. किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है तो दे कैन